Hey guys, what's up? This is me back again with another video, and this time I'm on day number 19, and things are going relatively well, and things are getting smoother, and it is getting easier to maintain distance from the urges and what I can say, the the desire to watch porn, it diminishes as you put in the effort. And one more thing, guys, that it doesn't matter that for like the current time, you might think that it is really way too hard, or it is getting, it is really taking up a lot of time to get out of this thing, or it feels like that. You might be stuck up in this addiction for like months and been trying to get away from it, and you might be failing a lot of times, and it might be like months or years since you started to put in the efforts to quit your addiction, but you haven't succeeded yet, or haven't got a reward giving distance from the addiction, or uh, you couldn't really get away from it. It might be like that. This might be the case now, but always remember that there are people in this world who have been through what you're going through now, and they've successfully passed through the challenge. They have successfully beaten it, and they are really content about it. From my personal experience, I tell you one thing, that I've been into this addiction for the past 9 years. It's a big deal, 9 years are fucking, like, it's a lot of time, man. And I have been struggling to quit this addiction from the past 4 years, and for the first 1 year of me trying to quit this addiction, it just went on in in just realizing that this addiction is bad. And that's true. If you're thinking that you want to quit this addiction in a month, or you want to quit this addiction in some days, that's not going to happen like that. You will start to put in some efforts and you will fail. You put in efforts and you will fail, and you might think that you have done a lot, like by keeping yourself away from that thing for 4 days, sometimes 5 days, sometimes 6 days, and you might at that time feel like it's really hard and you're doing something extraordinary. But it's not like that. That's coming from my personal experience. Earlier, if I even like did like 6 days, I used to feel like, man, it's been such a long time since I did that thing, and the urges were so high that it was hard to even beat like 5 days. And so from those like 4 years, I failed like countless times, and my addiction was like, I slowly brought it down from 2 times a day to 1 time a day, and then I brought it down. In the second year, it was like once in 2 to 3 days, and in third year, it was like once in a week or something, and in the fourth year, it was like I used to maintain distance for like 9 to 10 days, but whenever I relapse, I used to do it like 2 to 3 times. So that was for those 9 to 10 days, I used to feel like the emotional roller coaster of feeling good. It used to go high and high and high and high as days passed, but As soon as I hit those 9 to 10 days, and I relapsed, and I used to relapse like a fucking animal. It wasn't like I relapsed once and think it, I felt okay, and then I waited for another 10 days and then I did it once. No, it wasn't like that. um, when I relapsed, I used to become the same animal as I was before, and the hunger, it never went away. So I used to masturbate like 3 times, 2 3 times, like in a row, in just a time of like 2 to 3 hours. And so the side effect was that even though I was putting in a lot of effort, like 9 to 10 days controlling myself, fine, but on the 10th day, doing the same shit, like fucking my penis. And that thing is really bad. It will never help you improve your incontinence problem. If yes, I'm talking right. If you're having urine incontinence problem, you have to quit masturbation, and in some cases experts say that you have to even maintain distance from sex. So that was it. um, and I will tell you some other problems too, but sometime later. So that was like one of the key things that, and now I'm in the fourth year of trying to quit this addiction, and that was the key factor, or the main reason that I stopped and thought that this is the time it has to leave my life. This addiction has to leave my life, or it will do like some really a bad amount of damage, you know so the key thing was that even though I was putting in a lot of effort, like as I already told, like 7 8 days, 9 days, but whenever I used to relapse, I used to be that same animal again. So that regret, it always, it was always on my back. So in order to get away from that regret, in order to beat that shit, it was really necessary to make a strong commitment and never ever let that thing inside my life again. So here I am on day number 19th and strong, and there is no going back this time, no matter what. Stay strong, people, and try to do the same thing. I will give you a lot of tips and share a ton of my experience in this thing. Bye. See you tomorrow.